It's really getting hot outside and I am parched, but these nails are so sweet and tangy, they just might quench my thirst. Welcome to the Lemonade Day set. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gigi and today, as you saw, we are going to be making these gorgeous, summery, sparkly, citrusy nails. I know I say it a lot, guys, but these nails are amazing. They're my most successful aquarium nails to date. So what I'm doing here is just getting my paper ready, right? This is some backing paper from some nail forms, and I've glued it down to this little handy dandy box. Now I am just going to mark off where I'm going to need that backing to end. When I did aquarium nails recently, I did not show every single step, but today I think I got everything in there. So right now, before we do any other work, we're just going to rough up the edges so that it has a really good place for the gel to glom onto. And now we're going to make our backs. And I'm going to put the person's name on the screen. I forgot to open up YouTube so I could see her name. I think it's a she. For that, my bad. But I'm grooving here, so I don't want to stop the voiceover to go look it up. So I'm going to put it up on the screen. Thank this lovely person for just saying the most logical thing in the world. When I did these last time, I said, guys, what is your trick to keep the glitter from sticking to the back? And she said, use something non-stick. And I'm like, wait, builder gel is sticky. What do you suggest? And then my brain went, ding, 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 top coat is what isn't sticky. So we're going to do it a tiny bit different this time. I've put down one layer of beautiful builder gel. That is by Saviland. And now we're using this really lovely yellow. This is a Born Pretty jelly color. All the things will be listed below as per usual. And now for a second layer of the builder gel. I like to put the color in between two layers of builder gel, kind of like Selena Ryden's sandwich technique, right? Mainly for strength. I really like to have a strong back. That way you're not ever poking a hole in it. Now, without curing, I'm coming in with a top coat, a no wipe top coat. And then I'm going to put the nail in there and just press it in so that it goes through the top coat and into the builder gel so that it gets really adhered on there. But there won't be a sticky background to mess with our glitter. And let me tell you what, that totally worked. You're going to see. The only problem that I have, and we'll get to that problem, is other things. Other things were a problem this time, but certainly not the back. So you don't want to lift this up from your nail. You're probably fine, especially if you're doing it like this, because you're really getting good adhesion. But you don't want to lift from your nail. Then come in and clip it all off. And if you were here for me last time, make sure you don't cut into the back. Make sure you're just cutting off the sides. And there is going to be a little extra there, but we are going to go ahead and use a file to smooth everything out. So it's going to be just fine. Plus, I do another step. I assume everybody does this, but honestly, I don't remember ever seeing anybody do the thing I do after the filing. But, I could be wrong. I don't think I'm the originator of any technique. So, let's just put that out there. I don't need anybody to be like, hey, Gigi started that. No, I didn't. Trust me, I didn't. So, after we get done, we're going to plug up the bottoms For a second, I couldn't find my clear. I don't know why. So I put yellow at the bottom. I'm not mad about it, but I don't know, clear's probably better. You can tell me at the end what you think, because you definitely see it. You will see it at the end. But I think you see the clear too, so it's just a matter of, I guess, if you like yellow or not, right? You probably noticed there that I have a mark on my paper towel. That's to remind me not to go past that point. Did I go past that point? Yes, I did. I sure did. So there's that. What are you gonna do? So now here comes that step I was talking about, and all I'm really gonna do, it's very simple and very easy. I'm just gonna base coat the entire thing, right? Not where the stand is, of course, but the top of the nail, the sides where I just was filing, and the back and the bottom, like the whole thing. So that way there's very little chance that you're going to get any of the oil squirting out anywhere, right? It's just so much less likely to happen. And the thing, if I'm being honest, that has stopped me in the past from having really good aquarium nails or even completing a set because I would get so frustrated is the leaking. So I think I finally found my recipe for success with that. So what I'm going to do now is make some lemon slices. It's not a hard process in any way, shape, or form. It's just I'm going to mix far too much of this pigment powder into this little ball of gel, and it's that non-stick stuff. It will all be listed in the little doobly below. But it's far too much, as you can see. There's a lot of cleanup after this because I literally just used far too much. Half would have been plenty. It is a little annoying when you do that kind of thing. So I'm just rolling it to make sure everything's nice and smooth and beautiful. And then I'm going to clean up my gloves and my work surface and come back and show you how I'm going to make these little slices, which, if I'm saying, pretty happy with them. If you've got the Fimo fruits, and I do, guys, I do have the Fimo fruits. I could have used them. But I don't know how well they stand up to the oil. If you know, let me know, because different things respond differently. But I just wanted something that I knew wouldn't take on the oil and wouldn't have any trouble being in there. I thought for sure it would be free-flowing. We'll discuss that. It wasn't. So anyway, what I'm going to do is just make the little balls out of every single one of these. And let's go ahead and pop to the end of that because it took me a few seconds to get all of that done. And then we're going to come in with a cute brush with a little alcohol on it, and I'm just going to pat those into discs. Very, very simple. And you do not have to cut them in half. I did half slices. You could leave your slices whole. 100%. I'm taking an extra step you don't have to do if you don't want to. But you could take it further and do little quarters, right? Little quarter slices. That would be adorable as well, and maybe would work better inside the oil, the aquarium nails. So I don't know, maybe actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's what I should have done. So anyway, we're finishing up here, and then what I'm going to do is just grab that flat piece that's in your polygel nail or polygel brushes, right? That I never think to use because I don't use those brushes for polygel. I use an acrylic brush for polygel. So I never ever use those. And as soon as I thought, what am I going to cut these with? I thought, oh, my polygel spatulas. That's kind of what they are, right? Spatulas. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and cut every single one of those in half. And it gets easier because I realized after a few seconds, if that spatula is wet with alcohol, it cuts through them and releases them much easier than when it's dry. Voila. See how you can tell it's wet because it wet the paper, and it just comes right off. That cuts right in half and comes right off. So if you try to do this or decide to do it yourself, not try, of course you'll succeed. Just remember, wet it and forget it. It's going to be fine. You're going to make it happen. It's perfect. I'm not going to lie to you. This video is like 20 minutes long, but the set, whoo, it took me a while to get these done, like 3.5, 4 hours, something like that. There is a ton of footage. Let me tell you, I'm being honest though, some of that footage is just an empty paper towel, right? Because there's a lot of curing here. And then there was a lot of times when I just walked away and forgot to pause the video and just went outside to breathe fresh air, because you get overwhelmed when you're doing art sometimes, right? I do. Anyway, now I'm going to paint all of these. And again, if you have little charms of your own, use them. You don't have to do this. Maybe the Fimo fruits work in the oil. I don't know. And all of these are not going in the oil. A lot of them are going on top of the nails as well. So if you have charms, use them. But if what you have is this gel, don't be afraid to bust it out and let's make some 3D charms, right? 3D charms is some of my favorite nail art stuff. So, and things like this don't really pop off your nail because gel likes gel. So these are the charms that are going to last a long time, right? Like, you're going to have to file them down probably. I've never had a gel charm on my nails that popped off or I didn't have to work to remove. So let me know if your experience has been different. I'm here for it. I'm here to hear what you've got to say. I had a lot of fun making these. The drawing on the lemons, that took a little time, but other than that, I think aquarium nails are some of the most fun nails to execute. Let me know in the comment section, what are your favorite nails to make? And if you don't make nails, what are your favorite nails to wear? When you go to your salon and you have booked a nice chunk of time, what are you asking for? Because we all want to know, because then maybe I can make that set for you here on the channel, right? And you can take it to your nail artist and go, Gigi made this, make it. If she made it, you can make it. She can make it. Absolutely. Absolutely. A couple of these, anything that was going to go in the nails, I did both sides. I painted both sides. The ones that I'm just going to put on the nail, I didn't bother to paint the lemon sections, right? Now, once you move them on the backing paper, they're crazy after that. At first, when they're first cured, they'll stick to that backing paper, but they won't after you remove it. So I just stuck them to glue dots so I could put top coat on them. So, and if you have like double-sided tape or anything like that, it'll work exactly the same way to hold on to those just so you can get the top coat on there. So here we are. It's time to fill them up, guys. I'm using some oil, of course. That's what everyone uses, unless you know of something else. Let me know. If there's another way to do it, let me know. I want to do it. So anyways, we're going to come in and I am going to throw a couple of this is the thumb, so I'm going to put 2 in there. But what I've been hinting at the whole time is that everything in the nail moves except the lemons. And I don't know why. They have non-stick top coat. No, there's no stick to the top coat. It's shiny top coat. It's in oil like all the other things. Here I am just with a little alcohol on a Q-tip to clean away any oil that got on there so that the polygel will stick. And as you can see, I did find my clear. It was hiding. It had fallen down and it was hiding, and I finally found it. So we want to, and I really was searching for it because I wanted to make sure I could do this with the clear, because I figured I see it so much at the bottom, I did not want to have it at the top. So there you go. Live and learn. I'm only showing you 2 of these because for some reason I was out of frame for the other one, because clearly that cute little line I drew myself did not work. Glitter, glitter everywhere. Gotta make a mess. That's who Gigi is. She's messy. Okay, now that I've cleaned up my mess, let's go ahead and paint these nails. We've completely ignored the index finger and the pinky, and they are both going to get 2 coats of this gorgeous, bright, beautiful pink. Like, this is the shade of pink that I love. Honestly, it makes me think a little bit of Hope Scope. If you know, you know. I love her. She's adorable. And her hair, right? This is a set for Hope Scope. I think she'd love them. Anyway, I wasn't thinking of her when I made them, but oh my goodness, guys. I'm going to make an ombre. I just realized something. In my head, I just saw it with my eye and realized something. I'm going to do an ombre using this technique. I wet a sponge and now I'm going to ombre it on. It's going to take 3 coats. While I do this, I just realized how I'm always getting polish on the freaking stand. Holy crap, I just saw myself do it. If you go back in the video to where I was painting that nail at the very end, you will see me swipe it and get it on the stand. There you go. Been doing nails for years, and I finally figured that out. So, cut to me trying to do better from now on. So now everything's got the pink treatment. So think pink lemonade, right? Now we're going to come in and decorate. And I do want to say straight out the gate, I'm on the fence with how I did our charms and gems on the thumbnail. I think maybe I went a little too hard. You'll let me know in the comment section if you agree with that assessment of the situation, or if maybe I'm just being too hard on myself. Because honestly, I think it's pretty cute. But at the same time, I'm like, did I go too hard with that? Maybe I should have stopped right here, right? Maybe this is all it needed. But that's not what I did. I kept going. I just kept, isn't that funny? I dropped that right there. I just kept going. I just kept playing. And that's fine. But, I don't know. I think if given my druthers, I might have done it a different way. And you'll see the way I think I might have done it when you see the other 2 aquarium nails. Because I didn't show you every bit of the gemming because we've been here a while. So, there you go. And it's just about time to start thinking about top coat. Guys, I don't know why I'm in a sing-songy mood right now. Maybe because it's late. Maybe because I have a little buzz. I don't know. Could go either way. And to top it all off and to match the little gorgeous micro beads inside the nails, we're going to add some gold ones to the middle of the flowers. Because why? Because I like it. And here we are with top coat. Now, just be sweet with the top coat. You don't got to be crazy. I did actually not show it. I was out of frame when it happened because I was up close to my face. But I did actually top coat the back of the aquarium nails as well, just to make sure it was shiny, shiny, shiny. And, you know, to give it almost a glass of lemonade sort of vibe, right? Because these nails are good enough to drink. Look how pretty they are. This is how I think I should have done the thumb. I did similar thing, just scaled back on the other 2 nails. You let me know what you think in the comment section. because you know I want to hear your opinions. I live for that crap. It's awesome. I love to hear from you guys. It's my favorite. So we're just going to finish up our top coat here. Clearly, I lost my train of thought there for a second, clearly. But here we are, just finishing up this top coat. Look how pretty. Right? Like, I don't think it's ugly. I think maybe it's just a little too much, right? But here we are. Guys, this is our finished set. I love them. They're the best aquarium nails that I have executed thus far. They are so shiny and so cute. And they make me wish I had a big old pitcher of lemonade. Maybe with some tequila in it or something, right? You know, Mama likes a margarita, right? So here we go. Let me just, you can see them moving around, right? But you can't see the lemons moving because they don't. Oh well, there you go. I did my best. But here they are, guys, the full lemonade fantasy. I had so much fun with this one, and honestly, kind of makes me want to open a nail art lemonade stand. But if you're feeling so inspired, leave me a little lemonade emoji or a lemon in the comments, and we are going to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for coming by. Mwah! I love each and every one of you to pieces. Have a good day and a happy lemonade day, which is Sunday, by the way. Bye-bye.